How's it going, everybody? Welcome again. Hester's Motorsports here in Raton, New Mexico with another custom build for a customer. This one's going to be a little bit short, so I'll quickly run through here. We got a break in the rain right now, so you can see a lot of rain clouds and everything, and plus the customer's here to pick this up, so I just needed to get this knocked out real quick for everybody. So here's a 2018 Teryx-4 LE with quite a big, good host amount of stuff. It's based off of our very classic Hester Edition style with a few more tweaks to it. So we've got the green, the candy apple metallic lime green. We have the split open windshield. It's very popular from Super ATV. It's a 3-position, so you have a solid windshield. It'll flip and lock open, partially open, or lock open all the way up. We have a ProBox top package 1, which has a light bar in the front and the rear with the sound system. Really nice setup. This is a newer design with the newer style amp and everything on there. This one here, we have 30-inch BF Goodrich KM2 truck tires on 15-inch ITP Hurricane wheels. Very popular setup. Then we have 2-inch wheel spacers to bring this out. We have custom painted Super ATVs A-arms. Now, of course, they offer them in green, but they're kind of an off type green. This is the Kawasaki Ninja lime green, so the racing Ninja lime green. So that's why it pops so much brighter than the standard Super ATV coloring. We also did the springs the exact same color, and this is a custom suspension system as well by 814 UTV suspension system. So these are Viking shocks that's set up by 814 UTV. They are a longer shock, valved differently, different spring rates than stock. We have compression and rebound tunability as well as preload. So we have a lot more tunability. Since the shock is longer, it has a much longer stroke. So you gain 2 benefits. One is we do not have a lift on this, and we have 15 inches of ground clearance straight through. Now, of course, this front part right here is not, this is actually a flip up. The frame comes up. The chassis is straight right behind the A-arms in the back and then goes all the way back. So from the back of the A-arm is 15 inches, 16 and a half at this front part right here. So your approach angle is at 16 and a half, then 15 straight through. So it's dead even front and rear, how I have everything set. The suspension offers a 2.5-inch increase in suspension travel. The shocks are immensely smoother riding than the stock Fox shocks. This is a huge upgrade when it comes to riding, smoothness, and articulation. So with more suspension travel, we gain lots of benefits. Without putting a longer arm or anything on it, like doing a long travel or mid travel, we're able to gain, we now have 10 and a half inches of travel in the front and 11 and a half inches of travel in the rear. So we definitely, we gain, because it's normally 9 inches in the rear, 8 inches in the front on a stock Teryx. We now have 11 and a half inches in the rear and 10 and a half inches in the front on the travel. You have more tunability because you not only have compression, you also have rebound. So we're able to really fine tune the shocks, and then of course the custom spring rates and everything like that. We also have a Optima battery in place. This customer wanted tons of power to be able to run the sound system and light bars without the vehicle running constantly. So we have this very powerful Optima yellow top battery, which is a nice upgrade over the stock. So he has tremendous amount of power. We have a Warren Vantage S synthetic rope winch, 20-inch dual row combo light bar, as well as these and the lights down here. So you have a tremendous amount of lighting power on this machine. Walk around over into the interior here. So we have the lanyard for the winch right here to hook up the winch switch. Then we also have the winch switch right here. Here's the light bar switch right here, keeping everything nice and clean. Another very nice option Highly recommend. This is probably the best upgrade for money that you can buy on just about any side-by-side there is. And that is a Throttle Maxx foot pedal. This simple device right here allows you, instead of your foot being all the way up here, you having to hold your foot up, you're able to bring your foot down here and just use your toe. You have much more control. You go through stutter bumps. There's no rop, 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 you know, bouncing off of the throttle. Big improvement on that. Walking around the back here, we have the very popular Tubular Super ATV bumper here, which you got these tubular deal bars that come up, so if you happen to drop off a shelf, you know, you land on the back of that bumper instead of landing on anything else on this here. So there's a light bar right there, and of course the ProBox tops are, I mean, top shelf stuff. Extremely strong top. You've got dome lights in the front and rear here, and there's another look at the setup. You've got a voltmeter, you got a USB, you got an auxiliary, you got the front and rear light bars right here, and then your sound system, the 500 watt amp. It flat rocks. They say ProBox rocks. ProBox rocks. Really, really nice. This customer wanted a little bit more aggressive profile on the clutching because of the bigger tires. So we also have V-Force John's Stage 2 clutching kit in this. So we modified it. It ramps up to about 7,300 RPMs. Pulls with much more authority. Climbing up on the rocks is just a blip of the throttle. Makes a huge difference in rock crawling and just flat out acceleration versus a non-stock. A stock Teryx will turn 30s no problem under most average conditions. It's really up to the driver's perspective, or you know, how they want it to drive. So he wants it, get out on a road, snap the throttle and just pull. Climbing up rocks, he wants it to just rup and then pull right up it. And it does make a very, very big difference with these type of tires over a non-modified stock clutch. But keep in mind, a stock clutch will pull them. So there's a quick rundown of this machine here. Really nice setup. Suspension is really impressive. You have loads of flex. It rides really, really smooth. I mean, it just floats along. The customer, I set it up as a good baseline. The customer has a lot of tunability options, so once he gets it out there and he breaks the suspension in and gets everything all worked in, he can also, you know, play with the clickers or even change his preload if he wants to, you know, if it's too high, if he wants to sag it down, he can play with the ride height of it, he can play with everything on it. Another huge upgrade to make this suspension so much smoother than stock. It's getting rid of the stock OEM bushings, and we have brute force performance bushings on this thing, a full package kit front and rear. Two companies that have that type of a setup, Brute Performance and Garage Products, both top shelf, both very, very good products, well worth the money, well worth the money. On this one here, we have, you know, we do a lot with James over at Brute Performance, so using his products on this setup here actually saved the customer a little bit more money over the garage products. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, a Teryx that flexes really impressively. To give you an idea, I've got pictures on our Facebook page, but we get the forklift and we lift up the tire and we measured. We get, with keeping 3 tires on the ground, we get 22 inches of elevated lift off of 1 tire with the other 3 touching the ground. So you have more than double the articulation of a stock off the showroom floor Teryx with the sway bar on. You remove the sway bar, you get about 16 inches. This one has 22 inches. So removing the sway bar, bonus. Putting on the 814 UTV suspension shocks, big bonus. Trust me, the shocks He sells them too cheap. He should sell these things for 1,500 bucks. They're worth every penny at 1,500 bucks, if you ask me. If you ask me. I deal a lot with Fox and Elka and King, and it's hard to touch a shock this good for this type of price. It's very, very good setup. Custom length, everything. All set up. Beautiful machine. Love the green. The black wheels is just a pimpin' ride right there. Bomb-proof reliability from Kawasaki, 3-year warranty. Man, every time I build one, I want that one to be mine. Awesome machine, awesome machine. Once again, we're out of Raton, New Mexico. On the northeast corner. We're 7 miles from Colorado. We're 100 miles from Texas. Give us a call, 575-445-3558. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel here. Really appreciate everybody watching. It's really starting to grow. It's really been taken off. I mean, a lot of these vehicles. This one is going way down in Texas. So we've been doing a lot of vehicles well out of our radius because of the custom building that we do. We're very few, very rare dealers will do anything like this. A lot of dealers, yeah, they'll put a winch and they might put some different wheels and tires and a windshield on top, but a lot of them don't like to touch stuff like this. It's their own prerogative. That's fine. More for me. I love to work with the customer, tailor build it, and talk with them, design the machine with them, and I build your machine the way you want it. Getting a little windy out here. Looks like another storm coming in. I'll get this back in so the customer can get back down. He's got about a 9-10 hour drive down in Texas. Our website is www.hester-motorsports.com. Check us out. Give us a call. We do a lot of package deals. If you already own a Teryx, we do a lot of package deals where we can help build your package and we can ship it right to your door. I do a lot. We have a customer coming up from Arizona. We're looking. He might be doing a lot of this very same type of build with these shocks and everything. And he'll drive up from Phoenix, Arizona, all the way up here, spend a couple days with us, and drive it all the way back. So if you're in the area, you could bring your machine down. We can customize it. We do all major manufacturers. We're a Kawasaki and CF Moto dealer. Thank you all for watching.